Hola chicos, so now we are going to hit the present tense, not here to go, but this is IR verbs. So verbs that end in IR. This is different from the verb ir. Ir by itself, to go, has its own conjugation. Yo voy, tú vas, él, usted va, so forth and so on. Saying who goes somewhere. What we've got are verbs that end in IR. We've done verbs that end in AR, verbs that end in ER, and now these are verbs that end in IR. The cool thing is the process is the same. You conjugate an IR verb, okay, by doing what we've always done. Drop the infinitive ending. So this IR here goes away. Okay, so that's your infinitive ending. You're left with the stem. Okay, the stem is everything else. And you add a new present tense ending. The whole purpose of the conjugation is to tell you who is doing what at what moment in time. So we're going to start with the verb vivir, a new verb for us. So vivir means to live. Okay. Okay. So maybe where you live or who's alive right now. All right. So we're going to be talking about it in the terms of where we live. That's going to be our context for this particular unit. So let's go ahead and conjugate our verbs. So our stem is vivir. Well, our stem is vive. So we've taken away the IR. All right. You are going to add the ending. And the ending for yo is going to be o. So yo vivo would be I live. Okay. The tu form, vives, okay, which would be you live. Okay, remember that's going to be our informal you. El, usted, as always, we've got the same form, vive. Either he lives, she lives, or you live, and it is going to be the formal version of you. Okay, over here in the nosotros and nosotros side, we've got vivimos. Change my, okay, yeah, okay, vivimos, okay, which would be we live. We've got the vosotros, vosotras form. All right, very similar to what we've done in the past. It is vis, and that I is going to have a lovely accent mark right. Place the dot. Boom. Slide that down a second. Vivis. So that would be you live. This is going to be our informal and plural form of you that is typically only used in Spain. And then last but not least, I've got viven. They live. And we know it's going to be there's two versions. You've got the masculine version of they live, your feminine version, and you. We can say this you all live, and that's your plural form. We could also do that up here. We can make this you all just for the sake of us remembering that it's you all. Okay, so here's what's interesting. And we're going to come back over here to the yo side. So here is your form of your verb, right? Bam. Okay, I'm going to make that nice and red and bold for you. Notice the ending here. This O ending, and I'm going to change the ending color to colors I use up here. Ooh, I made the verb in green and I made the ending in red. So we're going to change that up. So we're going to make this green. But let's look at the ending. So just like typically speaking, yo is going to use that O ending. All right. If I'm looking over here, vives, we're going to turn that to green. See our verb a little bit better. Make that nice and bold. Okay, notice the ending on this one. Es. Wait a second. Get it just to catch it right there. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to change that to red. Look at that ending. That is the same ending we did for ER verbs. And you'll notice the same thing is going to happen down here with vive. So vive is our form of the verb, right? The ending, make it nice and bold. Boom. The ending, vive, is the same as for an ER verb. They're the exact same endings until we get over here to vivimos. Here we go. So this is where it changes up a little bit. The nosotros form in an ER verb is normally with an EMOS. But now, since we have an IR verb, it's going to be an IMOS. So instead of vivemos, it's vivimos. So vives and vive follow the same pattern as ER verbs. But over here, vivimos, it does not. The same thing's going to happen right here with vivis. All right, you see that? So we're going to change the verb form to green. Make it nice and bold for you. The ending. Normally we had, for an ER verb, we had that E accent mark, IS. Okay? We had ace. Here, we just have is, vivis. So you just keep that accent mark over the I. It's an IR verb and then an IS. But here we go back to the ER verb pattern. Viven, there's your form of the verb. Boom. All right. That ending goes back to the same pattern as an ER verb. So guys, what we're seeing here is that ER verbs and IR verbs follow the exact same pattern with the exception of right up here and this nosotros and vosotros form. That's where things get just a little different. So let's go ahead down here and talk about some IR verbs you know. So we just talked about the verb vivir. Vivir meaning to live. We're going to also add in this unit salir. Salir is to, make this one red as well, to leave or to go out. All right, make this box a little bigger. We can all get to fit in one space. Nice. All right, cool. All right, here's the deal though. Salir, like other verbs we've learned, has an irregular yo form. So we're going to go ahead and conjugate salir so you can see how this works. And to do this one, I'm going to use my handy dandy pen that my handwriting never looks very nice with, but we're going to get the idea. All right, here we go. So here is where we're going to skip the yo and we're going to come back to it. So let's go ahead and just follow this normal pattern. So we just said that salir means to leave or to go out. All right, my handwriting never looks as nice on these. We are going to skip this irregular yo form for a second. We're going to come back to it. So let's do tu. We are going to use our stem, sal, and then we are going to add our ending ace. All right, let's go over here to the LA usted form. We take our stem, sal. Remember, we're following the same pattern as with an ER verb, sale. However, we're going to go over here to nosotros. There's our stem, sal. Our ending is going to instead be hemos, imos. Vosotros, same idea. Sal. But instead of ace, we're just going to be is with a lovely accent mark over the I. And we go back here to sal, drop the IR ending, and we add the same ending as an ER verb, salen. So nosotros and vosotros are the only places where we have any kind of difference there. Let's go back up to our good friend, the irregular yo form. So the irregular yo, okay? We've got some patterns here, and you're going to start to see these irregular yo patterns show up. In this particular one, it's going to follow the same pattern as hacer, which you already know, and tener, which you don't know that you already know. And it's going to be part of what we call the go group verbs. So we are going to, instead of saying salo, which is what it should be, we're going to add that G in there and make it salgo. So you know tengo, you know hago, and now you know salgo. So salir is going to have that irregular yo. And that, my friends, is all there is to it. Super fácil, ¿verdad? Right? Super easy, not so bad. It's pretty straightforward. We are going to follow the same pattern we've been following. So remember, these are verbs that end in IR, not ir. Ir is its own thing. There we go. I will see you in clase.